are here with another killer comedy commentary. Oh, whoa, wait, come on. Come on, get that projector working right here.
But the doctor says this happens to people with right leg.
Well, yeah, I guess it would pretty much happen that way if you lost your right leg.
He was always so active and always involved in sports.
He was the active man of the 50s.
Who spent so much of his time playing tennis. Or bowling when it was too cold for tennis.
Hey, if you don't do tennis, you do bowling there.
I could cover more rough country than any of them. I can't believe that at my age, I'll never be able to do most of these things again.
Well,
all that first day, after I found
you
out
do the
about
one-legged
my leg,
bowl.
I nearly went crazy thinking about what I'd have to give up. And that's typical of the way I've
pretty much had to give up
been.
your right leg.
All I've had on my mind was myself. Then something happened to make me forget about me and my leg. I forgot because I found out why Jim wasn't in the other bed.
Well, because he didn't want to be near me.
Lori, my wife, told me they don't expect Jim to live.
And I want a divorce.
If Jim dies, it's my fault.
Well, the divorce, well, that would have happened anyway because my wife, I was having an affair. And
I can't even remember when I didn't know Jim. I've got to admit that Jim was the steadier of the two of us.
yeah, so I married him.
He got married first, after he'd also been first in getting a good job.
In fact, I was a little jealous of Jim.
The difference between us by the way we drove cars. Jim was smoother behind the wheel.
The ladies liked him better.
I always felt I was a born driver.
But other people didn't think so.
I never had any real trouble. And that was my trouble. Maybe I'd have gotten
My trouble was
I
I didn't have trouble.
Always been able to skin through. But I got away with some pretty bad habits.
Yeah, picking my nose,
Lori
too.
was with me. Like going too fast in the wrong places. For instance, a neighborhood street where Jim used to say kids could appear from behind parked cars like magic.
It's magic! And the kid just disappeared like magic.
But the worst bad habit of all was thinking I was always as good a driver as I was sometimes. Like when I was too tired and ought to get off the road.
Yeah, I didn't get enough sleep.
I don't know how many times, especially on hunting
These
trips,
bums.
I was just plain lucky.
Oh, man. Hungover. Hey, wait, ooh. Hey, watch it. I'm trying to sleep here.
It was the same thing when I'd had a few drinks. Again, I got away with it. Too many times, after a party or some celebration or other, I drove.
Yeah, like a maniac.
An angel on my shoulder. Until that one night, when the angel wasn't there.
The devil appeared.
The night I took the road that always leads to trouble.
It's like John Wayne and Patrick Swayze, if they had a kid. Would look like that guy.
As Tom's attorney, I filled him in on the legal end of it.
Well, pretty much I'm not going to be your attorney anymore because you're a lost cause.
When you're involved with drunk driving. Every skill, including the ability to drive, diminishes in proportion to alcohol consumption. With only 0.05%, that's about
Spin the wheel. It's Spinorama.
The driver you ought to be.
I guess lucky number 7.
As the blood alcohol increases, you become more under the influence.
But fortunately, they're using your urine instead of blood.
At a level of 0.10%. In a lot of critical driving situations, when normal reaction time is hardly enough, a few drinks can kill you.
A few more can kill you again.
Can kill other people.
Other people.
What do I care about other people?
But as long as that bed is empty, I feel that Jim will come back. If they put somebody else in it.
But maybe there is somebody in it. Maybe it's a ghost.
I didn't know anything about alcohol in your blood the other night. 4 of us. Fred, Harley, Jim, and myself.
Harley and his brother Davidson.
Usual for Thursday night.
Say, how about stopping by the Hideaway?
The Hideaway, the hip happening place.
Jim was the only one who really wanted to get home. He had an important sales.
He was the only louse poop.
day. He gave in.
Come on, you don't want to be a nerd, do you? Let's go. And the swinging band. And Marilyn Monroe in the background. It's the old soiree. Woo. Nice butt. This was Bill Haley before he formed the Comets. Hey, watch it. Jim doesn't like girls. We went pee-pee in their drinks. And they don't even know it. And the band played on.
Wishing we'd gone home earlier.
And Marilyn.
Except
Boy, Marilyn looks a bit different after a few drinks, doesn't she?
It didn't seem very long until it was closing time.
Oh,
By
man.
that time, it was too
Oh,
late.
hungover,
More ways than
man.
one. By the time I got out on the road, Jim had the feeling we should have gone with the others in the cab. And I was beginning to feel the same way.
But, of course not.
And I wanted to get Jim home.
What was in that alcohol?
Maybe Jim never will. I don't really know what happened.
I do.
I got around a car at an intersection, and
That's what happened. The glass broke.
to avoid the other car,
Hey, I'm trying
I
to sleep
skidded,
in here.
lost control, and turned over.
And the old busybody, she went and called the
In a
police on
hospital
us.
bed in the middle of the night. Nothing seems right. Nothing seems real. But this is real enough. If Jim goes, what about Margie, his wife?
Yeah, she might kick out with crutches from underneath me.
What about his children? What can I do?
I don't know, peg leg. What can you do? Oh, I'm constipated.
He's got to be still alive.
Maybe he just doesn't want to be in the same room with you. Oh.
Hello, Tom. I've got a friend of yours here.
A friend? It's Jim! My God, Jim!
He's over the worst of it.
Wait till this is over. I'm gonna kick
He's
your
going
butt.
to be all right.
Thank God.
Thank Jim.
They say Tom will be able to drive again.
So, how does his leg work?
Lots of people drive with artificial legs. And when he does, he'll have a better
Here,
reminder than
put
most
it on.
of us.
Screw that. Yep. Oh, there it goes. Can I sign that?
No matter how good a
Can
driver
I post a
you
bill
are,
on it?
there are times when you can't
Hey, Woody.
drive. When you're asleep.
Oh.
Probably even when you're angry or upset.
My wife, she's
Certainly
always
after
angry and
you've had
upset.
the few too many that can maim or kill you. Or maybe what's worse,
Let's
the
get
few
going.
too many that can maim or kill other people. Tom can't go back and make it right.
Lieutenant Dan, you got new
The only
leg.
person who can do that is you, the driver, to whom as yet nothing like this has ever happened.
Let's push him down. Come on. Let's just do it for what he did to us. Who's this guy?
The unfortunate driver we've just seen.
He don't look
could have
young.
been any one of us, even if we never drink. Drinking
And don't mind the
before you get
marijuana
behind the
that's
wheel
behind
is
me.
simply another bad
This isn't
driving
a
habit.
marijuana ad.
Any
This
bad
is for
driving habit
drunk
can get
driving.
you into trouble. According to the experts in such matters, the first senses affected by alcohol are our sense of judgment and our sense of right and wrong. That,
And I bet you'll be smoking that marijuana behind you, won't
may
you,
be personable and
Mr.
perfectly
Young?
charming, but that other you can't drive safely.
Well, I want to get
Those
rid of
same
that
few
other
traits
you.
that bring out the best in your personality can only accentuate your worst driving habits. So stay out of trouble. If you drink, don't
$2
drive.
says he's going to pick that afterwards and
Drive.
smoke it.
Don't drink.
Okay, Mr. Young. Goodbye.